Hello, Jack Middleton, the Empowered Vegan here, and in this video, we're making veggie stock. Welcome back to the Empowered Vegan YouTube channel. If you're new here and you'd like to receive weekly recipes and tips on how to elevate the way you eat, then hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so that you get notified every time I post a video. So this video marks the first video in a series of videos that I'm gonna be doing for the month of Veganuary. The theme of this series is easy meal prep one-pot dishes. And there's no better way to start that off than to teach you how to make your own veggie stock. Now, making your own veggie stock is something that I teach all of my students how to do. It's a really useful thing to know how to do, and it saves you money because you don't have to go out and buy vegetable stocks from the grocery store. Now, the way that I like to make veggie stock is I will keep a Ziploc freezer bag in my freezer, and every time I chop vegetables, I'll take the scraps from the vegetables and put them in the freezer bag, and I'll save them until it gets full, and I'll use what's in that bag to make a stock. Now, that being said, I wanted to make sure that you had a set of instructions to follow so that you felt comfortable making the stock on your own. So for today, we're gonna work through an actual veggie stock recipe, but I want you to know that the way that I primarily do it and the way that I recommend that you do it on the regular is to actually save your scraps in the freezer and then use them to make veggie stock. So let's get started. The first thing that you wanna do is you wanna cut up your veggies. Once you have all your veggies chopped up, you can add them to the pot, throw in a few bay leaves, some peppercorns, maybe some star anise if you have it. Fill the pot with about 3 liters of water, and then you can stick it on the stove. Once it's on the stove, you're gonna wanna bring it up to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, drop it down to a simmer and simmer it for about 45 minutes. The nice thing about veggie stock is that it only needs to simmer for a short period of time for you to be able to extract all the flavor from those veggies. Unlike chicken stock or beef stock where you need it to be on for 4 or 8 hours, veggie stock's only about 45 minutes after it's come to a boil. Now, after the 45 minutes is up, take it off the heat and strain it through a fine mesh strainer. You could also use a colander for this if you wanted. I like the fine mesh strainer because it catches all the little bits. And then once you've strained it out, pour it into a mason jar, stick it in the fridge, let it cool down, and you are good to go. Look at that color, looks great. Sometimes if the veggie stock is cooked down too far and I don't get a full 2-liter jar out of it, I'll just top it up with some water. See, it's as simple as that. Really, really useful to know how to do, and it's something that I do all the time. I'm really glad that I did this video right at the beginning because as you work through this series with me and you make the dishes that we're gonna be putting out each week, you can use the scraps from the dishes that you're making to fill your stock bag, and then you can make stock out of that to use in the next dish. It's like this perfect, harmonious cycle. The recipe for the stock is down below in the description, and I've also included a list of stock okay ingredients on the notes section of the recipe, because some ingredients aren't great for stock and some ingredients are. So you can find that all in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're as excited as I am to be gearing up for the next few weeks of this series. So stay tuned because there's a lot of delicious one-pot dishes coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.